Hey everybody. A couple days ago I watched Casa De Mi Padre for the second time. I am proud to say that I saw this in the theater and I think it's kind of great. I'm going to give it an 8. It's, I think, my favorite Will Ferrell film since Anchorman. I haven't, I guess I haven't put much thought into it, but, yeah, I think it's his best film since Anchorman. I think it's hilarious. I think it's, funny. I think it's true. I think it's, subversive. It's overflowing with love. You know, you sometimes get the feeling while you're watching a film about how much fun they must have had while making this film, you know, while making the film that you're watching. And even, you know, if it's not the best film in the world, that enthusiasm, that fun, somehow, some way, gets translated through the lens and through the experience. So you kind of feel like you're there having fun with them. That feeling goes from start to finish with this film. I really liked it. I really liked it. I was surprised. I was, again, very happy to have seen this in the theater. It made absolutely no money. To the best of my recollection, I don't think it got above maybe 8 in the top 10 of the weekend. Maybe 6, but I don't know. I don't think it got above 8. I think it debuted at 8, and then the next week was, you know, gone out of the top 12. I know that it was in the theaters very briefly here, and Los Angeles is primarily Spanish-speaking, which is kind of surprising. I saw this with a primarily Spanish-speaking crowd, and really enjoyed the experience. I think I gave my original review an 8. I can't remember, but usually if I like the film and then I have a great time in the theater, you know, I usually give it an 8 or above. But I had a great time in the theater watching this film, and I had a great time at home watching it. I think it's hilarious. Let's see here. Well, I guess, well, no, let me tell you who did it. Okay. Was written by Andrew Steele. I am not familiar with that name. The writer also produced it, so I think that you know, helps, you know, as long as the writer can keep his vision intact, or at least do anything he can to keep his vision intact. I think that helps. I mean, I will look forward to future projects from him. Directed by Matt Piedmont, which I also do not recognize. Steele and Piedmont do not seem like names that would make a, you know, a Spanish-speaking film, but they did. Okay, so written by Adrian Steele, directed by Matt Piedmont, starring Will Ferrell, Gael Garcia Bernal, Diego Luna, Genesis Rodriguez, Pedro Armendariz Jr., Nick Offerman, Parks and Recreation, always happy to see him. Efren Ramirez, Adrian Martinez, and there you go. A good cast. I pretty much recognized every face. You know, pretty much every face in the film is recognizable. It is entirely in Spanish, with the exception of the few American characters, but who also speak Spanish. Takes place in Mexico. I believe it was filmed in Mexico. I mean, I guess it might not have been, but it certainly felt that way. This film reminded me a lot of, well, any big, like, satirical spoof you know, I couldn't help but think of I'm Gonna Get You, Sucker. Yeah, I definitely thought of I'm Gonna Get You, Sucker. And I guess kind of spoof while writing the line of exploitation. You know, it's an exploitation flick. So I definitely thought of I'm Gonna Get You, Sucker. I also thought of the recent Black Dynamite. I think an amazing double feature would be Black Dynamite and Casa De Mi Padre, like in 10 years on the big screen. That would be a perfect double feature. You know, you can tell the makers of this film just love their jobs. You know, they love that they're getting this opportunity to tell the story. It's, you know, no doubt a passion project. You can tell that they have love for film. You can tell that they have love for the Mexican culture, for the, you know, Mexican art, being those telenovelas, and you know, what we stereotype as, you know, Mexican acting and Mexican entertainment. You know, it's just a huge send-up of all of that, and it's just expertly done. But not only that, it also sends up like old school films. You know, basically making a film without any money. You know, they did an excellent job at making it look like they had absolutely no money to make this film. I don't really know what else to say about it, just because I like it so much. The only reason I'm not giving it a higher score than an 8 is because, you know, it doesn't. You know, it's a comedy. It's not. It has to grow on me, you know, to get any higher. But really, I can't think of much wrong with this film. I think it's hilarious. I think it's just whip smart. All the acting is really good. It has some of the, you know, heavyweights of Spanish cinema, Mexican cinema, being in Gael Garcia Bernal and Diego Luna reuniting once again. I thought it was great. I really don't know what else to say. I hope you've seen the film. I think it's hilarious. I think it's brave, you know, to make a Spanish-speaking film at relatively the height of your power. I think it is a really brave choice from Will Ferrell. I think it's. I don't even know what else to say. It's just so funny. You need to see it. That's all I got to say is you need to see it. I guess a little bit it brings back memories of Kung Pao Enter the Fist. If you ever saw, what is it, Steve Odenkirk? The Thumb Wars guy. It kind of reminded me of that as well. It is outlandish. It also reminded me of the Three Amigos, you know. So I'm picking out some great comedies for this to stand next to, and I think it really holds its own. All the acting is really good. All the acting's funny. You know, everyone's in on the joke, and it seemed like showing up to work, it wasn't work at all. You know, it was like, awesome, I'm going to get to go make this movie today. And everyone shows up, and everyone has a great time, and you do too. You know, somehow that comes across, and you wind up having a great time. I don't know what else to say about it. But yeah, I think it's also brave because it takes chances about critiquing American society. And the way we treat others. You know, since this doesn't take place in the United States, they talk about the United States, and usually rather accurately. So I thought it excelled at being everything a comedy should be. You know, it makes you laugh, it makes you think, and, you know, most importantly, it just makes you feel happy. You know, it just makes you have fun and feel happy, and that's why you want to watch a movie, right? So there you go. That's Casa De Mi Padre. I give it a solid 8 for this. For the second time, I give it a solid 8, and I hope you see it. And if you're a fan of comedies, I think it's one of the best comedies in recent memory. Certainly one of the bravest and smartest. So there you go. Thanks much.